look at it. Coming into Canyon Lake. Hey everybody, this is Dave Blair, and I'm out with my friend Dave. He's on his GS 1250 adventure, and I am on the Africa Twin Adventure Sport DCT automatic, and I'm going to give some thoughts on this. We just came up Apache Junction, Tortilla Flats, and we're getting ready to hit the dirt. And we're going to be going down to, I think we're stopping at Butcher Hook to eat. So I'm going to change this to off-road. And I got music going. But I'm going to talk a little bit about this bike. So far we've done 67 miles today. Slow. Yeah.
You get used to it. Just chill. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Don't push it.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so it's 11:44. It says 60 degrees, but I just looked at my phone. It says 50. It is kind of cold out here. So again, we've done almost 68 miles to here from my house. So these people don't want to go on the dirt, it looks like. All right. All right, here we go. All right. This is my first time taking it on dirt. And we have Michelin Anarchy. They're not Anarchy Wild, they're Anarchy something else. But okay, so all right, I got music on, so it's hard to concentrate, but you might have to change modes. But yeah, so this is totally different than the Kawasaki 650 KLR 650 that I had, and I really like the DCT transmission, although I have tried to grab for the clutch a couple times when I'm braking, and not so much when I accelerate, but when I try to brake. It's really weird. It's like I'm used to the automatic, but even after several rides, I'm still like, if I'm in a hard braking situation, I tend to grab for the clutch over here, which isn't there. So, oh my gosh, it's cold. Oh, now my nose is going to start running. All right, it feels pretty stable. I mean, this is kind of sandy right here, but yeah, my tires are not knobby. If anything, I would say they're probably 60 or 70% road, which leaves 30 to 40% dirt. So yeah, see, like it's not I don't know, I got to get used to it. Let's just say I'm not it's slow to trust these tires and the grip level, so I'm just gonna take it easy. Man, it says 57 degrees, but I'm telling you, it is really cold right now. Okay, so it's not even fair to compare this bike to the Kawasaki KLR 650 because they're just such different animals. You know, I was thinking about this last night, and it's like the KLR 650 is for somebody that does not want to spend a whole lot of money and they want to get out and try riding off-road. You know, the KLR 650 is terrible on the road, whereas this thing is awesome on the road. The road is where this thing shines, although this is the first time I've had it on dirt. So but I can tell you that without a clutch on the dirt, you really got to be in control of your throttle, because just there's so much power on this bike. Although it's, you know, I think it's 101 horsepower, something like that. All I'm saying is, like, when you just twist that throttle just a little bit, it accelerates quickly, and it's hard to put into words. It's not even that it accelerates quickly, but you don't even realize how fast you're going because it's so smooth. You know, the bike shifts gears automatically and fast and smooth, and I don't know, it's really hard to say, because all I'm saying is you don't realize how fast you're going and how fast you get there. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining it right, and it's hard to really put my finger on it. Whereas the KLR, you really had to crank it and wring its neck to get the speed up on that thing. It is so hard to talk and ride at the same time too. Wow, there it is. Such an awesome view. I don't think he wanted to move over. Alright, what else can I say about this? Like, all the modes, the electronic suspension, you know, changing it on the fly for, you know, you want it stiffer on the road, it's just a press of a button. You want it softer off-road, press of a button. It's so easy. Now, again, I would not say that this bike is beginner friendly, even though it is an automatic. I think they make like a they make a smaller Honda Rebel, I think, automatic. You know, if you wanted to learn how to ride a motorcycle, but you didn't want to learn how to shift gears, I might recommend something like that. Or if you could use this bike if you kept it on road. I would not take it off road until you're really comfortable with the automatic, because it can get away from you. But I really like the automatic. I mean, this is the 8th motorcycle that I've had. I've had 8 motorcycles, and this is the first automatic motorcycle, and I gotta say, I really like it. Oh, well, yeah, and that's probably because I tend to be a little lazy, I guess. Man, that's a great view. But yeah, automatics like the lazy man's. Like, you know, if you're going through traffic and stuff, it's like it's so easy. And whereas before, you know, it's like you got to constantly shift first, second, third, down to second. You know, stoplight, first gear again. Yeah, this is just so easy. And when the stop and go traffic, all you do is twist the throttle and go, hit the brake and stop. No, what was I gonna say? Whoa, a little uneven here. Oh, we're coming up to one of my favorite spots. I love it back in this little canyon here. Oh, one of the other things I want to say too is like as far as the Honda Africa Twin goes, I never liked the red, white, and blue one they have. I do not like the color scheme. Maybe because the bike is almost all white, you know, and I'd never seen this black before. And it, you know, once I started watching some reviews on this bike, and it's like, yes, this bike has everything that I wanted. You know, it's got the cruise control, it's got heated grips, you can tie into your phone, it has all these different rider modes, electronic suspension, automatic transmission. Again, it had everything I wanted. The only bad part is it's heavy, and yeah, it's like I thought that I wanted to ride, you know, a dirt bike and do motocross stuff like I used to. And again, that's like when they, oh, this is awesome. I love it back here. This is like my favorite spot. I mean, how can you not love this? Little bridge. Yeah, deep down in that canyon. You got that little cave over here. You got another one up there. Man, it's just awesome. Okay, I forget what I'm talking about. Okay, so yeah, I like the black bike. Once I saw this color, I started watching reviews, and it's like, again, you really have to figure out what kind of riding do you want to do. And again, I was thinking I wanted to do, you know, the dirt bike, motocross type stuff. But honestly, those bikes are just not good on the highway. You know, and it's like, if I don't want to have to trailer a bike or any of that nonsense. I just want to be able to get on my bike and go ride to where I want to go ride, and then go ride, if that makes sense. So people that do this like off-road type riding know what I'm talking about. So if you get a dirt bike or a dual sport, you know, you got to deal with going on the highway. Like, okay, the KLR would be good if maybe you had 10 minutes of highway and the rest was, you know, back roads and dirt roads and stuff like that. Then the KLR would have been fine. But I just struggled on the highway, especially with 75-mile-an-hour speed limits around here. And you know, the bike if you go faster than 85 miles an hour on that KLR, you end up burning oil, which meant, you know, I had to constantly check my oil and add oil, and I was concerned about the longevity of the thing. And you know, even if you say, okay, it's 75 miles an hour, right? But you know, going uphill, and you have to hold the bike wide open just to get it up the hill. Now I triggered something with my voice. Hey Cardo, play music. Searching for something. Yeah, so the KLR, you'd have to just hold it wide open to get up these steep hills, you know, at speed on the highway, and it was ridiculous. And again, you know, if you've ever been on the highway and you're getting run over, you know, by cars that are faster than you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's like there's nothing you can do, because you know, the bike is giving you everything it's got. And that's what I was frustrated with more than anything, was just, you know, I had no acceleration, no passing power on the highway. Again, if you know, the KLR is great if it's if you're looking for a cheap, you know, do anything motorcycle, and you only need to spend 10 minutes on a 65-mile-an-hour freeway or something. But you know, I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and we have a lot of freeways around here. You know, we got the 51, the 17, the 101, the 202, the 303. You know, it's like, and the Beeline Highway, 87. And it's like, you know, a lot of these highways, they go uphill too. And so, easy. Yeah, anyway, I think I made my point. So this bike, you know, again, it just, if I'm doing 75 miles an hour down the highway, and all I got to do is flip my wrist, and I'm doing 100, you know, 120 easy, and it just effortless on this motorcycle. And again, you know, sometimes you need that power, and you need that thing to get yourself out of a situation where, you know, you don't like the traffic around you, or, you know, somebody is not driving right. It's like, I need to get out of here for my own safety. You know, and again, you just flick your wrist, and next thing you know, this bike just takes off. It's fantastic. So this is a great road bike. And going back to, you know, I made this video before talking about, you know, what should I get? You know, I was thinking I wanted more of a dirt bike or dual sport, or, you know, the KLR was too heavy to be a good dirt bike, which it is. It was too heavy. I mean, it's like 450 pounds, and then I had crash bars on it and everything else, which brought it up to probably 500 pounds. Now this bike is like 550. So this has so much better road performance, and for 50 pounds extra. And the other thing, going back to saying, like, you know, what kind of riding, this riding is fine. You know, it's a dirt road. I mean, people take their cars on this road. I don't think that I want to be doing the enduro motocross type stuff. I'm too old for that. I mean, again, I have the memories from when I was a kid of doing that type of stuff, which was fun. But you know, sometimes you do have to act your age. But just because I'm older doesn't mean I can't come out and I mean, just look at this. And again, I don't have to be ripping around here with my hair on fire. I just want to come out here and do a little exploring, you know? And again, that's where I was wrong when I was trying to figure out what kind of riding I wanted to do. Because you know, I used to think, oh, I want to get out there and do some, you know, some of the rougher stuff. What is this? There's somebody's fender. Well, it's a car crumpled up. Yeah, so again, I want to get out here and I want to see some of the things that you don't normally see, and that's it. I don't need to be you know, flying around here with my hair on fire. This is good enough, you know. So I have a nice bike and I want to take care of it. That is the riding that I want to do. So, you know, this whole thing about like going to Sheep's Bridge, I don't think I would take this bike back there. You know, in the future, if I decide that I'm bored of, you know, exploring and I want to go do some harder trails and I want to, you know, do some hill climbs and stuff like that, then maybe I'll get a proper dual sport, or, you know, a lighter dirt bike for that type of stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at now. Again, my first thought was I wanted to do the hard off-road stuff, and now I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. So I hope I explain it. But yeah, if you're buying a motorcycle, really think about what kind of riding you want to do and where you want to go, and that'll decide what kind of motorcycle you should get. Now again, if I want to do some hard hill climbs and some enduro type stuff, this bike will do it. It's a little heavy for it, but it is very capable of being an off-road monster if I want it to be. Again, I could get some knobby tires, and this bike, you know, it has enough power, and, you know, you've seen other people do some incredible things on this bike. So this bike is capable. And again, that's another reason why I was drawn to this. It's like, if I do change my mind, I don't have to buy another motorcycle. I can put some knobby tires on this and then just have at it. But for right now, this is fine. I just want to do some exploring, some cruising around, and you know, just having some fun. Alright, I knocked the camera off. Alright, hopefully that's okay. Now Dave's a mile ahead of me because messing with the camera. Alright.